Hi.
Good, how are
Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
you? We want to know why he sold out to Congress.
So right now there's a discussion going on where each side is trying to inform the other. At what point would Patrick Leahy be willing to change his vote in the pressure, in the face of public pressure? Like, does it require 60% of Vermonters to oppose it? Does it require 80% of Vermonters? At what point will he start hearing that enough people have made up their minds, they've heard both sides, and they see that this is wrong policy for him to respect the voices of Vermonters?
First of all, representative government. Well, yes, but he does respect the voice of Vermonters. And as I pointed out about the ISP provision, he has been willing to take that out as a result of what he's heard from not just Vermonters, from other people. That it made sense, and let's take it out, let's study it some more, we won't put that in the bill. I think that's a step in the right direction. He doesn't use a gauge, like 50%, 60%.
Practices. So you say he's been here and he's been part of the system and he's been working for people for so long. As a Vermonter who's seen downward mobility, what? He's been part of the system for so long, that's not exactly selling me on it.
Well, no, I don't know.
That's just bad for them.
I think they're going to actively engage in the discussion. Well, now, I mean,
I have to leave. Thank you guys for what you do, and also thank you for doing. This is exactly what the big profit makers in Hollywood and the people who are really going to benefit from this bill, the ones who make far more money than probably most of us in this room.
Can he finish his point?
China who are making counterfeit goods
He has to leave,
that are
and
being
he
sold
was talking.
sold online.
this is part of the process. You are engaging in the process. The bill will be introduced on the 24th, and they will have the debate. It will continue.
John, I think your point's well taken. We are engaging in the process. We're all aware of that. But I think where the rubber hits the road for us is we don't have $900,000. If I could finish my point, you've been talking for a while, and
Yes, I have.
Listen as patiently as I could. Well, you made some points that I didn't necessarily agree with. So I think it's really problematic when companies, big industry, can throw around $900,000. According to ProPublica, the senator makes over $300,000 off of those same industries annually anyways. So it's the notion that they can influence this sort of decision in the face of all of this input from the senator's own constituents, and have more of an impact,
It's not. Okay?
Go for it.
It is. A lot of misinformation is out there on this bill. And I know you don't agree. And that's fine, and I understand it. But when this is not going to impact Google, Wikipedia, it is not, because their primary focus is not to marketing counterfeit goods for websites. That's
I think
just...
that Google and Wikipedia and the people on the web know more about how the web works than the people in our Congress, who don't even know how most of us live.
Well, and I would disagree with that notion as well. I mean, Kyle Leahy was born and raised here, has raised his family here, and the money thing this is not what dictates this. You look at his history and what he's done, and it's because he feels he's trying to make life better for people, and you and I went over this a little bit the other day, and we can get deeper.
With NDAA, sure.
But it's, I think he's got a long history of standing up for the little guy and trying to make things fair.
So as a good faith gesture, perhaps the senator would be willing to donate that $900,000 to Vermont charities and nonprofits, putting Vermonters to work.
I think he's done a lot to try to put Vermonters to work, to feed the hungry, to make sure our landscape stays open. He's done a lot of work, and I'm not going to get into a discussion with you, Jonathan, about what he's done.
But if it's not about the money...
As long as they make the real
I look forward to the same level of interest in big, sweeping, broad legislation to address historic levels of income inequality that go back to the most serious since the 19 teens.
And I just want to